Well, look at that, we're there. So I've got my engine cranking gloves, got my engine cranking crank, got some ear defenders, because obviously this is a noisy beast. And it's been standing for months, so we are going to need a bit of a whiff of Easy Start. It's the end of February as I film this, so this has been down here for, oh crows, a while. So as you know then, it arrived here because it just kept going downhill and didn't want to go uphill because the bucket here was empty and even these dumper tyres were not gripping whatsoever on the soft ground. Since then, two things have happened. One, we've had like a week of hardly any rain at all, which just feels so novel, and the ground has solidified quite a lot from its softened state. And the other thing, of course, prior to that week of fairly dry weather, it just rained forever and ever, and it was, one good thing about that is it's filled up this. So I've probably got a ton of water in here now, and that weight on these tyres should give me plenty of traction to get up the hill. The only possible thing that's going to stop her, well, possibly under the surface it's going to be slippy on the hill. The other thing is there might be too much weight. This dumper, when it left the factory, it had about 10 horsepower. That's what the diesel engine's rated at. And I mean, that's the same sort of power as a learner motorbike. Obviously diesel engines produce their power in a very different way to a little 125 motorbike, but however you cut it, it's not much. I have had this loaded up with, if this is empty it can't get up the hill. Well, I don't think it can get up the hill even in super dry conditions, but I've had this loaded up with wood, with freshly cut wood, and not been able to get up the hill. I had to, I've learned over the years filling up to about there with freshly cut wood is about as much as it can cope with going up the hill. On the flat it's fine, you can load it right up. Anyway, let's get cranking. It's not started for ages obviously, so it's going to be a real pig to get going. But yes, no point putting it off. Right, I'm not going to need a warm jacket, that's for sure. I'm going to need these. Making glugging sounds, which isn't very good. I'm hoping all that rain hasn't got to it. It does normally cope very well outside this engine. And of course it's still neglect. There's no denying that. Right, just taking the top of the air filter so I can squirt a bit of that in when I'm ready. I'm going to crank it over a few times first. So I think about 20 turns of the engine. Yeah, there is water in there. It's coming out the exhaust. But it's turning freely, so yeah, so I'll just see what happens. Hopefully that water is just in the silencer. I'm going to put it on excess fuel. So as I probably explained before, there's a lever here, which is a decompression lever. So I'm cranking it there, there's hardly any compression, there's no compression really. So it's nice and easy to turn over. The concept is, I then turn it like the clappers until we get up to speed, flip this lever to full compression, and vroom, off it goes. Or it just stops. Yes, one of those things will happen. But let's hope for it works. Let's go like that. Well, couldn't ask for better than that really. See if I can move it. Then we're definitely going to have to go backwards. So this bit's not too bad, and then it gets really steep. How cool is that? There's considerably less water in there than I started with, obviously. Didn't have to stop halfway up the hill and do a hill start. Once the revs are built up again. I'm going to put that away now. I've actually put it back into service now, collecting the firewood. Yes, good stuff. That's from the work.